Ah, no, 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 no. Tá, minha filha. Aqui, ó. Vai, vai. What? Ai. Ok.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Ok. Arigato. Alô? Tô ligando pra saber como você está. Caralho. Aqui, esperando salada. Almocei, filha. Almoçar às 2 horas da tarde. Vai ser ódio dormir. É, almoçar.
Anti-Cleo's antibiotics. Be comforted knowing that any antibiotics cannot solve the problem of killing quickly.
Que sofrer, menino.
Hortense yells at me about big results.
Vai lá.
You must be joking.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Sure you are. And what is it you're delivering today?
I'll keep it down.
Acho que eu tenho que ir lá no negócio pegar um... Ok. Fala, Barbatinhas, beleza? Putz, grila. Preciso mais... Eu acho que eu tenho... Das suas...
Great work.
Tô bem. Pronto.
Oh, for the good old days when you...
Deixa eu voltar aqui a minha roupa.
could simply ask a menial for refreshment.
You must be joking. Our fair city is being overrun by a pox of vagrants.
Tem que ir por ali mesmo. Ah, eu consegui pegar uma encomenda. Agora achei estranho, porque teoricamente...
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already?
Ma'am, please don't call.
I want you to know I'm...
Do you have any action? Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like... All right.
Ai. Pronto.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Missionário pra entregar mesmo, né?
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Have I not made myself clear? Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said! Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? But what are you doing? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's which is why I'm dying to know. Drugs, of course. Whatever. Back to idiot speak. I don't have any...
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be... Oh dear, I don't think I can say this anymore. Of course, of course. It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important.
Ok.
Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the... How should I know? I've been under house... But there is a way to find out. And whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it...
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival... Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth.
Ok.
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people... Well, you won't have much human company down there. Plenty of sprats and... When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shut a gilded minibar, perhaps? Personal theater. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
Ok.
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything long. There are a few advantages. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of but they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it? I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability... Once the rest of the Earth Directorate...
You're awful trusting for a guy...
The Earth... Depending on the nature of their response, organizing and sending... And now I
Tá. Tá. Temos coisas pra fazer. Mais coisas pra fazer.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about?
Sei, seu suborno.
Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis district.
I never could have handled the desk job.
Caralho, foi mais fácil que eu imaginei. Eu tô cheio de dinheiro, gente. Eu não vou ficar com pena de 1900 bits. 1900 bits.
I'm not sure I have ever, in my entire life, felt more out of place than I do at this moment.
Do we really need all this security? I have to go through 3
Welcome
checkpoints
to the
just to
official
get above
headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board.
Dissidents like
Today's
Tô
briefing
rica.
is brought to you by
Nothing to ruin
Anti-Cleo,
this
a
colony.
subsidiary of
Hell,
Colway Pharmaceuticals.
I even heard a rumor that Celeste Jolliker was recently uncovered as a dissident.
If you'd like to make an appointment,
Couldn't they concentrate the
please
security
request an
outside the
application
building
form.
so we can get
If
some
you'd
work
like to
done?
request an application
Why are you
form,
so bothered by
please
having a
make
few
an
guards
appointment.
around? I think I'm gonna have to speak to your super.
Deus, como é que eu chego lá?
A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only.
Sei lá.
Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each... Now, let's see. You don't have to be Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So, just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience.
Esse cara não tem
Try
muita
anything
pulseira.
funny,
É, né?
they'll paint the walls with their guts.
Obrigada, 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 gente. Obrigada, obrigada, obrigada. Tchau. Tchau. Eu upei bastante minha persuasão e minha mentira, minha intimidação por um bom motivo. Nossa, mas é muita gente. Misericórdia. Oh, shitos, viu?
Excuse me, just a moment.
Oi?
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Tchau. Isso, me deixa passar. Tchau. Mas você, puta que pariu, fecha essa merda. Deixa eu roubar aqui um negocinho.
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown till you travel with a visitor.
Caralho! Da hora, hein?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this!
Ou seja, a minha personagem talvez tenha sido uma das pessoas.
The rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for living fast and dying young.
Caralho. Eu sou fruto de uma... Eu sou literalmente fruto de uma decisão, conselho, pelo que eu entendi, de ficar em Acessa. Tá no fim já? Tô quase no fim. Eu já acabei de descobrir o porquê eu fiquei nessa posição. Tá tendo um problema de alimentação. As pessoas... Tá acabando o alimento. Então houve a decisão de pegar algumas pessoas e meio que colocá-las em congelamento. Ai. Minha perna. E agora... Não sei se vale a pena matar todo mundo.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance.
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in.
Worth a try. You'd be surprised how often that works.
Like I said. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you. What are you talking about? There's no such thing. What? There's no way. I'm cleared to know about all clearances. I mean, I've gotta be, right? Whoa, there's no need for that. Go on through, and let's pretend this conversation never happened.
What? Ooh, what'd you find?
Mas caralho, vocês têm essa mania de... Meninas, fica ali.
Here I go.
Obrigada. Tchau. Ninguém viu, gente. Deixa eu pegar aqui. Essa ali. Porra. Fiquem ali enquanto eu roubo, caralho. Pronto. Isso.
Nicely done.
Esse capacete... Essa é interessante. Isso, vamos agora. Caralho, tudo é restrito, velho. Como é que eu chego lá, véi? Dá aquelas roubadinhas, né, gente? No início do jogo eu roubei e não deu muito certo. Ah! Basicamente, o final do meu jogo tá sendo intimidação, mentira e roubo. Ai, caralho. Puta que pariu. Caralho. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo sair e voltar. Ah, tá, beleza. Tem que pegar.
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification. Let me guess. She's still holding the catch-up packet incident over Holt's head, right? We've talked to her before. She can't keep letting her special friends down here. Just get out of here. I don't want to catch you hanging around.
Caralho, como é que eu chego nesse negócio, velho? Pera aí. Qual é a diferença entre transferir 100% e 26%? Tem alguma diferença? Eu não entendi. Cem por cento mata uma galera? Os que estão sendo testados em tubos aí no laboratório. Entendi. Mas isso fala no documento? Devo ter passado em branco. Ah, tá. Eu acho que eu já entendi. Porque já tem pessoas em suspensão. Então, se você tirasse de todos, os que estavam em suspensão ali no conselho morreriam.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest.
Começa o RPG
I've been keeping up
hoje,
with you
começa
ever since
hoje.
Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
Trocou. Pelo menos parece que voltou ao normal.
I'm not here to talk about stolen chemicals. I'm after something far more valuable. Your cooperation. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Ok. Teoricamente a gente só tem... Cadê? Inventário. Deixa eu colocar minha arma.
Now, hold on. What happens if we...
Caralho, eu preciso de 12 pau, velho.
Hit the wall. Most likely, the bullet will ricochet, which could be bad. Or hilarious. There's a tiny chance of a ball puncture with one chunk at a time. Bad and hilarious.
Imagine that.
Não
We
sei.
have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Não sei. Eu não gosto de corporação, gente. Não gosto de capitalismo. Não gosto. Não gosto! Não gosto! Vamos salvar, porque eu quero explorar depois a possibilidade de fazer... Tô aqui, Nielson. Ok. Eu quero explorar, eventualmente, se eu quiser jogar traindo o Phineas. Eu vou de acordo com ele, dessa vez.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Eu não sei.
What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause.
Nesse aspecto eu concordo com ele.
That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
É isso, eu concordo também. Essa colônia amazona.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
Ok.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy. Even
Qual
to
o formato do seu plano? Não sei.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful? You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive.
Você tem o nome no jogo?
Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to
Ainda não
save
me respondeu. Ele tá
The
falando.
board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. You absolutely should. Sarcasm, the last refuge of the witless. The adjutant must
Corrida da Magia, boa tarde.
tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some... The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal, while the board busies themselves... That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Beleza. Eu não sei, vi você morrer na campanha hoje no Face de novo, bola. Coitado. Ainda assim, me deixa com o pé na orelha, longa distância. Tá. Quase eu morro. Quase eu faleço, gente. Quase eu faleço, gente.
Some crew members are causing a You have a message from Adjutant.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Because I'm not in the business of arresting my own ally. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal...
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say.
Vambora. Tá. Eu tenho 2 missões, então. Cara, vamos aumentar aqui. Não sei. Pensando aqui, se eu amplio meu... Seriam 5 pontos. Pronto. Vou aumentar. Pronto. Eu senti que os talentos não foram bem aproveitados. Não sei. Eu pelo menos senti que os talentos foi meio pá. Fazer isso primeiro. Deixa eu salvar novamente. Vou colocar aqui. Não fez boas escolhas. Não é nem questão de...
I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Não acho que é questão de má escolha, mas é porque, por exemplo, eu acho que em live ficar lendo muito documento é chato, mas esse jogo, ele praticamente tem muito documento.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting.
Eu tenho um pouco... Eu tenho a sensação que poderia tomar mais escolhas mais inteligentes se eu tivesse pelo menos lido um pouco mais de documentos, principalmente desse.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival. The signal you sent us is experiencing some interference. My agents will need time to act. We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to... Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society. I know this must come as a surprise to you.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill. My angle is the preservation of our colony by...
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an uplifting thought.
I know your face. Stellar Bay's Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake. You are a part of our colony. If we fall, I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it. I'll answer however I can. The Lifetime Employment Program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. The program is logical. It's reasonable. But
Byzantium is the beating heart of our
De
colony.
lançam The Crown
And as long as
3.
Byzantium survives, Halcyon may one day recover from the
The Crown.
collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the lifetime employment program. We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already This is a permanent famine, Captain. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food as possible, and they must always be... Before you interfered in Roseway, Dr. Anton Crane was on the verge of developing a powerful appetite suppressant. It would have made his career. The solution is a temporary one. Before long, our workers are going to feel the effects of starvation.
Eu
The
gostava
lifetime employment
do
program is our only
Sherlock
viable
Holmes.
option. When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked. But the more I thought, we have become late. I've served the board long enough to understand its weaknesses. Running a colony requires swift and decisive action. That's why I'm relying on you. When you turned Phineas Wells over to me, I knew I could rely on you. And you deliver results. That quality alone is enough to separate you from the board's army. Do you know how many meetings I have to sit through? I can't see. We need to talk about... Thanks to your meddling, Edgewater is without power. Operations have ground to a halt. You've left us. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
What?
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Fenhill.
I will hunt beasts until I'm out of ammunition, and then I'll fight a good long while after. But I am not about...
Then I suggest you find your courage. Or pretend you're hunting beasts. Now is not the time for half measures. When you diverted power to the botanical lab, you spelled the end of Edgewater. But the town is still hanging on, still living off whatever meager resources we send them. With every passing day, Edgewater leaches more of our limited resources. The town... Edgewater's workers consume 6 times as many resources as they produce. The best thing that town can... I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony.
Pesada, velho. Ela que eu mato...
Severed.
Porra. Fábio, se você estiver aí, você matou todo mundo? Você aceitou, velho? É, por um lado eu falo XP, né? XP é de grátis. Por outro... Moralmente falando, eu não gostaria de matar uma cidade. Mas XP.
We don't have any other option. The colony is on the verge of collapse, and we no longer have the luxury of easy solutions.
Ai, eu não sei, velho. Eu não sei. Eu não sei.
No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical. Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done.
Pera, eu vou beber água. Vou beber água. Olha, meu problema é só a Nyoka ter falado que ela não aceita essa situação.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order. I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Incoming!
Who's ready for more?
Dá dinheiro. Piranha. Não queria matar ninguém. Só queria ir embora. Todo mundo feliz. Tá vendo? Eu já tô começando a passar... Pra onde eu tenho que ir? Eu acho que eu tenho que parar por aqui, né? Tá, eu tenho que... Puta que pariu. Como é que eu faço pra ir pra lá? A bicha não deixa eu ir embora de boas.
Nice and easy.
Vocês não conseguem viver em paz.
Something's not...
The drop on us.
Achei que ia ser amiga dela. Eu vou fazer isso depois. Eu vou trair o Phineas.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Eu devo fazer uma segunda run, literalmente traindo ela. Indo de acordo com ela. Lógico, lógico, lógico.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2, or the Sun. Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to I need you to reroute power from... You'll have to The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered up... Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms...
Beleza.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
Vamos com a minha party. Ah! Foi mais da hora. Mandar ela meio pro inferno. Registros.
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
Não sei de nada, só tô fazendo. Porra.
They can't keep us out.
Ai, caralho. Nossa, quase morri, gente. Hacking. Porra, hacking no... Tomar. Peraí. Eu tenho alguma coisa de habilidade de... Quantos eu tenho? Peraí. É 81, né? 70. Precisava do Max. Vamos voltar, vamos voltar, vamos voltar. Deixa eu fazer isso aqui com o Max, volto. Vou de novo e volto. Vou de novo, volto. Quando Star Wars vai entrar no EA Access? Não sei. Eu vou usar a conta do Fábio pra jogar. Devo jogar essa semana antes de viajar. Gente, eu vou viajar na próxima semana. Vou bundear.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Deixa eu... Deixa eu pegar o padre. Com o padre eu tenho quanto? De gazua. De hacking. 88. Excelente. Vamos lá. Não quero sair matando geral, não. Ai, caralho, quase eu morro de novo, véi. Ah, elas estão sendo desativadas. Ótimo. Deixa eu salvar. Eu fiquei impressionada porque o jogo ele fala. Ele fala que. Que é melhor usar o controle. Não é pra jogar com coisa. Que azul. Hoje encontrei um dedo preso em um dos mecanoides. Olha. Meu personagem, o registro do meu personagem.
Poor bastards. They're never gonna wake up. The least we could do is bury them.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated.
Incoming!
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
Trouble incoming, Captain.
Tirei um cara de uma...
Well done, Captain.
Ai, caralho. O que tá acontecendo, mano?
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Vocês do que os colonos.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain you will not die. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. Jump-starting the skip drive. I wouldn't advise that.
Well, it's been a good life.
Admitting it does. You never cease to amaze me, Captain. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
APA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage.
Yes.
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain...
Alô? Vamos morrer! Fudeu! Eu acho que eu não consegui salvar todo mundo, não, mas... Well... Vai explodir. Deu saudade de ouvir.
I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Tá cheio... Cara, tá cheio de gente. Eu esqueci de matar todo mundo. Puta que pariu, viu? Eu vou ter que matar todo mundo, gente. Caralho. Não queria matar ninguém, não, na real.
I don't recognize you. Are you new here?
Claro.
I'm just trying to make sure you belong here. I guess you've got a point. Please don't make more paperwork for me, all right?
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed?
Caralho, tem muita gente aqui, véi.
That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes, never mind.
Tipo, eu já controlei.
Almost too much, isn't it?
Isso é bizarro.
We got trouble.
Ah, véi, sério? Tem que matar vocês tudo, gente, agora. Não queria matar vocês, não. Agora eu tenho um cartão. Eu faço tudo errado. Tô fazendo tudo errado. Admito que poderia ter feito de uma forma mais bonita, esteticamente interessante. Admito. Não queria matar ninguém. Ai.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission. Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Ok.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance?
Olá, Marilene. Olá.
See you soon, Captain. Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
Agora é... Agora eu vou passar a faca faca em todo mundo. Passa a faca em todo mundo. Já que todo mundo é mau. Ya! 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 Chegar tirando. Olha. Tá, 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 tá. Tá, tá, tá. Caralho, eu caí. Ok. É a primeira vez que eu caio em jogo. Pera aí, calma aí. Calma aí, minha gente. Calma aí, gente. Caralho. Não, calma aí, calma aí, calma aí, calma aí. Calma aí. O jogo não tava difícil. Aí agora coloca uns bichinhos fortes. Calma aí. Vamos lá. Vamos lá. Deixa eu colocar aqui umas... Deixa eu inverter, peraí. Pronto. Caralho, como assim? Mas é uma gracinha vocês, hein? Carai. Carai, negão. Quase... Fui menino. Primeira vez que eu vejo um personagem forte. Desmonta isso aqui. Deve ter alguma pesquisa aqui. Eles são suínos. Você tá vendo na tela, eu fui perniciosa e muito provavelmente encarcerada pelo perfil covarde governo de Bonança pra tá. Se já não tivesse sido executado pelas acusações feitas para que quem estiver lendo encontre o meio de terminar o meu trabalho de me resgatar. Meu último desejo, confio em meu corpo e minha assistência. Preparei um pacote de cuidados de emergência localizado no painel oculto. Mera questão de... Duram não, bom. Fiz, mandou me suas coisas. Me arrependo do que fiz, mas não pretendo me entregar.
Got nimble fingers, Captain.
Confronte o presidente. Tá. Provavelmente eu vou ter que passar... Tá. Deixa eu pegar aqui. Ai, que linda! Caralho, meu... Ai, que linda. Tá.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise.
Ajuste. Ajuste.
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, share some concerns.
Ai, meu Deus, muito bom.
So, Phineas got himself taken to Tartarus. That's usually a one-way trip.
extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Depois desse, acaba o joguinho.
It's a torment, Captain. Think on the deepest, darkest pit you can imagine and wrap it up in a storm so nasty it'll peel the skin right off your bones. That's Tartarus.
But since no one ever makes it out, this is all just speculation.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Okay.
It's the craziest plan I've... And I mean that.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are...
Let Sam get the grime out. It's one...
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to a logical...
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Right.
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Ok. Vamos lá, vamos lá, vamos lá. Pra nossa morte! Sem se apresse a atacar labirinto em Tártaro e se determinar um destino da coluna. Caso queira fazer algo antes de entrar, essa é a hora. Antes de cruzar um ponto sem volta. Sim. Sim. Como todo jogo de RPG, ele avisa.
To inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution.
Passar a faca em
Please be
todo mundo.
advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. The interior can... I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain, unless... Oh, speak of the devil. Captain,
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized. I'm sorry, you people? Did you just... You're up to 5,708. All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the idea of a productive, law-abiding employee, so you... Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the... Pay no mind to that, just...
transmission terminated. Biometric ID received. Transferring data to external cartridge. How can I be...
Nada.
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Ok, vamos lá, gente. Pro final. Final.
Stay safe out there.
Cadê o Gears? Cara, eu tô na última missão do jogo. Vocês enrolaram. A gente já vai jogar. Deixa eu só terminar essa última missão. Se eu conseguir terminar. Eita, caralho.
Did right by us once. What? Now it's our turn. The board will never own groundbreakers. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Cara, eu não vou ser pau no cu. Eu não vou ser pau no cu. Se as pessoas estão me... Me ajudaram, mas eu não quero ser a pessoa...
One thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
Final dos finalmente. É, minha gente, vocês são muito espertos.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Deixa eu fazer um ajuste aqui na minha arminha, velho. Não, não é ajuste, é modificação. Cadê? Ah, não tem como modificar. O final dos finalmente. Nossa, que sorte, véi.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
Let's fucking do it! Yes! Mover lacre. Mensagens.
All right, MSI. The captain needs our help. So get in there and...
Todo mundo me ajudando, todo mundo é da hora. Isso aí, todo mundo na paz. É, na paz.
Hope you're right about this, Captain.
Eu não tenho certeza de nada. Força em números, exatamente. Todo mundo.
After all you've done, all the work you've destroyed, all the money you've cost me, your misguided crusade has doomed Halcyon. Idiot! I'm not the one marching to my death in a maximum security prison. In any other circumstance, I'd admire your boldness. How dare you? Even thinking about killing the chairman of the Halcyon board is a felony. Thankfully, you're in a prison already. Find the nearest cell and wait until I'm done. Is that what you... I call it sabotage. You know what sabotage... In the next room is the finest automechanical purveyor of death ever made. Try not to scratch the paint.
É agora, minha gente! Caralho. Olha o tamanho dessa porra!
Watch a pro at work.
Eu gosto muito da minhoca. Aí, agora fudeu! Agora fudeu! Todos os meus amiguinhos... Caralho, tá cheio de androide, velho! Me deixaram sozinha! Acorda! Acorda! Pau no cu, véi! Eu não deixei ninguém morrer. Elas que foram inúteis. Vocês! Ai, meu Deus. Teu pulo, seu filho da puta. Já fiquei puta. Pensei que eu ia morrer, velho. Tô um pouquinho exaltado. Ai, meu Deus. Deveria ter pegado esse, né?
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You lunatic. You broke into the board's own fortress and killed the chairman just to rescue one doddering old man? You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, yes. You might have heard of the Earth Directorate's frigate. Half the colony's entire military was on that ship. That was 2 years ago. We haven't heard a word from them since. I wasn't trying to hide the truth from you, but after all you've done, Yes, I experimented on the Hope's colonists. Each of my experiments... You are my first and only success. I didn't tell you about the others because I didn't want to burden you. Thank you. My apologies. If you have any more... I don't know what happened, but something must have gone horribly wrong. I don't know why Earth... We have no connection back to Earth, and return is likely impossible. We are completely... Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous... We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony. We're going to need a leader. And I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old... When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony... We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to... Our future is
Okay.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon.
Calma, meu filho, deixa eu ver
The people of
afinal.
Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her
Filha da puta! Mulher filha da puta!
Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation.
Véia!
Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon
Morreu!
another few
Velha!
years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising.
Final pode mudar.
The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs.
Alguém até que
It
ama.
was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Acabamos, agora oficialmente. Mais um joguinho, ó. Um joguinho, ó. Um joguinho. Um joguinho. Mais um joguinho. Pra caçapa. Pra caçapa. Tá se superando, claro, meu amigo. Que isso? Altos jogos terminados. Essa música é muito boa. Ok. Nunca duvidei. Ah, mala! Tá. Vamos pro Gears. Vamos jogar um Gears. Cadê os salads? Deixa eu entrar aqui no coisa de voz. Canais de voz.
A salada tava aqui e sumiu.
Ih, só falta ter bugado. Chama ele aí, manda uns zaps.
Ah, não!
Vamos colocar na lista de jogos zerados. Ó, eu tô de parabéns. Em menos de 3 meses eu já terminei altos jogos. Deixa eu abrir aqui o... Alterar aqui. Gears 5. Atualizar.
Hey. Ah, oi.
Xbox.
Ah, oi. Ah, oi. Tem que tirar esse negócio do Twitch Sings aí. Esses addons aí do...
Ué, mas não é meu, não.
Sim.
Não, mas não, eu não tenho. Eu não coloquei nada não na tela. É do próprio Twitch Sings.
Ixi, que feio. Fala, sejuroso isso.
Acho que eu vou fazer isso, Barbatos. Espera aí. Só um minuto, gente.